So the other Sunday on leg day, I was enjoying the feedback of my previous video about Twitch when a fellow Discordian told me about video promotion. Apparently, you can pump money into your videos on YouTube and they'll help advertising it. It's not a shock to me that you can just buy your way to success on the site, although I thought I'd try it out. I put in $5, enough money to buy a nacho fries box from Taco Bell, so it was quite the sacrifice. It wasn't long after I tried promoting my video that I got this response from YouTube. Age restricted. This was probably because of the hot tub streamers with their boobs out, Pokimane saying the N-word, and low tier god.
You're gonna stay on my dick until you die.
But I could still advertise it, right? Well, they sent me another email the next day saying it was not approved for advertising, as it was non-family safe. Or in other words, not appropriate for viewers under 18. From my understanding of this move, families can't monitor their own kids well enough, so YouTube needs to treat the platform like a daycare center by censoring whatever they believe is adult content. Welcome to the future of censorship, everybody.
We are all, you and me, we are all living in the future.
And I was told China was where all the censorship was.
现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是
Now, people are going to defend the restrictions and say, it's to save the children. Yo, I don't want to sound like a boomer, but I grew up on South Park and rated R movies. It was fucking great. In fact, I'm willing to argue that it made me mature faster compared to the rest of my class, and that it made me a man. I even recall in the 5th grade showing my dad footage of fatalities from Mortal Kombat. I wouldn't have had access to that video if YouTube demanded me to sign in with an account with a verified age. Or maybe I could have, because through the years, what I and many others have always done is simply put in a false birth date with the creation of an email. But now, YouTube has gone so far to where if you're living in some parts of Europe, they ask you for a valid ID or credit card information to confirm your age. I shit you not.
Now, in Europe, the verification part will be taken a step further. In compliance with a new EU regulation called the Audiovisual Media Services Directive, YouTube will be verifying some European users' age with a valid ID or credit card before they can watch age-restricted videos.
I did more research into restrictions and come to find out a history channel that goes by the name The Great War with over 1 million subscribers has had several of their YouTube videos demonetized and age-restricted too.
YouTube demonetized 270 of our videos, I believe, or a bit more. So just a small update on that. These videos are still demonetized. They still don't get any ad revenue. They're still viewed quite a lot. But hey, what you gonna do? We also never found out why they're demonetized. It's not that YouTube is especially transparent about these things.
Yes. Large platforms making critical decisions without transparency, like updating terms of service or removing content. Like my Twitch ban, they don't give a direct explanation of how or why. Banning my channel after controversy was one thing, censoring unbiased history videos that explain how past events shaped our world today is another. Now, what does YouTube consider as 18+ content? Any themes that include harmful or dangerous activities, such as drugs, sexually suggestive content, violent or graphic content, and vulgar language.
You should kill yourself now.
And because the history of our world is graphic and dark, that is probably why YouTube is censoring these videos of war. On top of that, it's also due to advertising purposes.
Well, no, they're not like always the greatest and happiest events of humanity. Like early 20th century history is quite messy. On real-time history, we do 19th century history, you know, it's also always often quite messy. There's death, there's misery there. And well, in the grand scheme of things, advertisers don't like to put their shiny new content next to that.
If an innocent history channel can get restricted and have trouble making ad revenue, my chances of making it here on the platform remain small. Unless I just talk about everything trending like Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. And I'm not about to do that.